So we're here at the TTPOA conference with Mr. Matt Little from Greybeard Actual. Thank you for being out here.
Oh, we come every year and we love coming to this. It's especially nice seeing you again too.
Yeah, Matt's a good friend of mine, Matt and Angela. I love them. They're amazing people. So you are actually teaching here this weekend, correct?
Yes, teaching Saturday and Sunday.
Awesome. Tell me a little bit about your course.
So I'm really excited about it this year because, I mean, typically when I do a conference, I have to take excerpts from my full class because we don't have time for the whole thing. And what I've done historically with that is done the more basic drills, the things I do on the first day of my class predominantly, and then give people like a taste of the second day.
Sure.
But the training level is so high with TTPOA and the SWAT officers in Texas that I'm going to go ahead and do the more advanced stuff for my 8 hours this time. So there's going to be a lot of shooting and moving, a lot of very complex drills. It's going to be a lot of fun for people, I think, and it'll give them a taste of what you can do once you've kind of reached a satisfactory level of competence with standing on the flat line and shooting. So it should be really good. That's
awesome. That's very cool. Sounds like they're in for a treat. So like you said, you've worked with TTPOA for a while. What's special about it? Why do you keep coming back and working with them?
The law enforcement culture here in Texas, and the TTPOA specifically, is my favorite organization to work with for law enforcement nationwide. There's really a commitment to training here that is much more common and higher than I see in a lot of other places. You're always going to get the people that don't train enough. You're always going to have that in law enforcement. But there's a higher percentage, it seems, here in Texas that take the job very seriously and take their personal preparation seriously, which I like. Plus, it's a good organization to work with, and now I have a lot of friendships with people in TTPOA.
That's what I hear a lot. It's the culture, it's the people, all of that. So, well, you yourself, since you keep coming out and instructing with them, what drives you? Why do you instruct?
It's really about my careers. So I did both military special operations and I did law enforcement, did SWAT and law enforcement. And I had to seek out all the knowledge myself. And granted, things are more available now with YouTube and the internet, they are. But it's still not, people aren't still getting a lot of the information that would help them early on in their careers. And what I find typically both on the military and the law enforcement side is that people take almost their whole operational lifespan to really master their craft.
Sure.
And it shouldn't be that way. It should take you about 6 years or so to kind of be at the top of your game. And you'll always keep getting better. But as far as your physical abilities, your raw, hard skills, that shouldn't take you decades to get. So basically I want to give people the benefit of the wrong turns and mistakes I made and the lessons I learned the hard way, and give them a leg up so they can get there faster than I did.
Pass it on, right? So on that note, if there's one thing that you could add or change about training in law enforcement, just speaking to what you were just talking about, what would that be?
Personal ownership of your ability and your skill. The department, especially in law enforcement, it's better on the military side, but even on the military side, they're never going to give you what you really need. And in law enforcement, it's especially true that you're never going to get the amount of training from your agency that is going to make you as good as you need to be. So it needs to be a lifestyle. It needs to be the way you live your life. Your training needs to be something that you are invested in very heavily as a professional. And you shouldn't leave that responsibility to bureaucrats who don't even understand your job.
So that must have been part of the drive that led you to a passion project, correct?
Yes, yeah. I just released this in December. It's called The Way Is in Training. And it's basically everything I would tell my 18-year-old self when I joined the Army, if I could go back in time and slap him a couple times and straighten him out.
I love that. I love that. So The Way Is in Training, and how can people get this?
It's on Amazon, Barnes & Noble. Okay. There's an Audible. An audiobook on Audible as well, and iTunes, and it's also as an ebook on iTunes.
Okay, very cool.
Pretty much wherever you get your books, you can get it.
Awesome. Well, I cannot wait to come out and see your class this weekend, and hopefully I can actually get in and take a class with you as well.
Well, you need to come. You get the friends and family discount, so you need to come.
I appreciate you. So, all right, you guys, come out, TTPOA, take Matt's class wherever you can find him. Check out the book.